Hey guys, Nabil here, bringing you some new Samurai Showdown updates and tidbits. Now, Samurai Showdown is going to be released on the Nintendo Switch in the US and Europe, or outside of Asia, on February 25th, so that's next Tuesday. As you know, the game has already been released on the Switch in Japan and parts of Asia, and of course, it was released for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One back in June, while we're still waiting for a PC version. Now, to kind of celebrate and talk a little bit about this release, Destructoid got the chance to talk to the game director Nobuyuki Kuroki, and I was expecting just like normal talking about the Switch version, which they did, and talk about some of the difficulties that they have, but there's a lot of cool things that were revealed in this interview. Now let's start with the basic things and things that we expected they're gonna talk about, which is the Nintendo Switch. And a cool question that they ask is why it took this long to have the Samurai Shodown on the Nintendo Switch, to which Nobuyuki Kuroki-san said that it was a little bit difficult to get the game into the 60 frames per second that it should have, because it's a fighting game. Anything below that in fighting games is, crap. And they said that they had some difficulties, even though the fact that they used Unreal Engine made it easy to actually port to the Switch, but hitting that 60 FPS was very challenging, and it took them a while to get it. And for those of you who played the game, or for those of you asking how is the frame rate on Samurai Shodown on the Switch, it varies around 57, 59. It dips sometimes. When I played it personally, I didn't notice any frame dipping, but I've seen some videos with people who had some frames dipping during some supers sometimes. So I'll be doing more testing. I didn't play it much since its release on the Japanese version. So I'll give it a chance and see and try to get that, see what's the actual FPS. Now that's the normal normal questions we were expecting. They also talked about like what was how happy they were with the reception, and of course they said, SNK said, or Nobuyuki Kuroki-san said, that SNK was very happy that people loved the game. Then comes the interesting part. There was a really cool question that they asked, and something that I would have definitely asked the same thing, to be honest, because it bothered me a little bit, which is the lack of solo content. Now, Samurai Shodown is great. If you have friends to play with, it's amazing. If you're playing online and you have people around, like, close by, the netcode is not bad, by the way. It's really amazing. But if you just want to sit and play by yourself, there's not a whole lot of things to do. Unlike something like Mortal Kombat 11, where I find sometimes just, go into the solo mode, which is I'm having sometimes more fun than online, because so many things, the story mode, so many things to unlock and whatnot. So they asked him, why is there a lack of solo mode? And Nobuyuki Kuroki said that indeed they are even thinking about adding some more solo content. Even Oda-san has the idea of adding a sudden death battle mode to the game. I'm not sure what he means by that. Is it like a one-hit kill? Maybe. We might make it happen if time permits, he added. And if you check previous works of Samurai Shodown, you will find that we took the story seriously this time. Yes, there's some story, but it's still a bit convoluted, to be honest. Like, there's not a clear path on what happened. Unlike what, again, I'm giving another example, Mortal Kombat, the story mode, yeah, sometimes it's silly or just, not good, but at least there's just, exactly what happened, how it started, how it ended. Now we have it's for Samurai Shodown, it's like, the old fighting games endings, which is a what-if scenario. Then Kuroki-san added, I personally want to add more details to Yashamaru's story. Yashamaru hopefully will grow to a main character in our future titles. However, get this, the development team is working on the DLC characters of Samurai Shodown and the King of Fighters 15, so it is unlikely that any solo content will be added in the future. Now, if you read this, you get the idea that, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. We're not going to get an extensive story mode as a DLC for Samurai Shodown, right? But the fact that they're talking about solo mode and they're talking about solo content and story makes me think that future SNK games will get more, a bigger story mode, more emphasis on the story, which makes me hope, right? Really hope that the King of Fighters 15 is gonna have an extensive story mode, something like what NetherRealm Studios are doing with Mortal Kombat and Injustice, something where you can see where the story started, where it's going, and just connect with these characters. I mean, King of Fighters has a lot of cool stories, a lot of lore to be explored, and the manga, the King of Fighters A New Beginning manga, is already doing some of that, but it will be great to be able to see it on the actual King of Fighters game. So here's hoping. Then they asked something that was kind of surprising, like, what has been the most successful platform in terms of sales for Samurai Shodown? So it was this like really direct question, and obviously Kuroki-san said we cannot disclose which platform is selling the best, but we do expect a big splash on the Switch. I've also been playing online on the Switch during the weekend, so maybe I've fought against me once already. All right. Then they switch and talk a little bit about the DLC characters and what we can expect. And of course, they did not give anything new, but what he said, there was a specific actually question about potential guest characters, and I'm not sure why people keep asking about guest characters. I don't want guest characters in Samurai Shodown, to be honest. I am one of those people who do not like guest characters. Yeah, plain and simple. I like my King of Fighters to be King of Fighters. I like my Samurai Shodown to be Samurai Shodown. My Street Fighter to be Street Fighter. My Mortal Kombat to be Mortal Kombat. I just don't like these. Okay, I can maybe tolerate one guest character, but then when you like half your season pass is guest characters, like what they did with MK11, then you have a problem with me. So yeah, they asked about the guest characters, and he said that sorry, we cannot disclose anything yet at this moment. The fact that he said yet probably means that there is going to be some sort of guest characters, but we promise that all our DLC characters will be great fun. You won't want to miss it. So yeah, this is pretty much it. But again, the big thing is for me that they kind of feel that they kind of not messed up, but they dropped the ball a little bit in terms of solo content, and especially that the ghost mode, or is that the dojo mode, I believe? Yeah, the dojo mode did not turn up as expected. Like those ghost battles did not work at all, and doesn't seem like they're fixing it, unfortunately. So yeah, it's kind of sad that we're not getting any like real solo content, but hopefully we'll have cool DLC characters, better netcode, and just more people playing the game is what I hope we're gonna get. And of course, the fact that they mentioned story in the King of Fighters 15, so makes me hope that the game will have an extensive story mode and more solo content. I know online is everything, and I agree, but sometimes you just want to sit and relax and just play the story and just get to explore things and know more about your favorite character. So but that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thank you for watching.